Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Welcome to KBGI Center. We are joined by the center's very own in-house specialist, Michelle 작가님.
Wait, so why are you mumbling?
That's how you sound like.
I feel like if we didn't have our masks, Sanders' mouth shape would be like very
이렇게
caved
옆으로.
in.
But actually, I tried to even I got the lip piercing thing, but it
No
doesn't
way.
stick. There is. I tried to hang it on my lip, but it doesn't work. It's just a normal piercing here.
Okay.
근데 귀찮아. I don't
We
want to
could try it
swallow
with
it.
a
You know?
paper
Yeah.
clip maybe. I've
Okay,
seen
quick
people do
question
that.
to Michelle. Does he
Yes.
sound like me? Just let me
There
know.
was a part today that I was like, oh, that really sounded like Sam, but I
Really?
forget.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
What do you mean?
there was a part.
What do you mean?
Why are you speaking like that?
I was just trying to think a lot of all this, like, how do you say, usual things that Sam would say. And I was actually kind of trying to 기대 Sam to laugh like me.
Oh yeah, when I wrote like star giggles, I was expecting Sam to be like, you know when our jingle goes out with Sanders laugh, I was expecting that, but then we got Samuel SquarePants instead. I'm not mad about it, but it's
진짜.
interesting. You guys are just blending into each other, I guess.
Okay, now time to be Michelle 작가님.
Yes. Introduce this segment for us, please.
알겠어요. So every Friday, we wrap up the week by making a stop at the KBTI Center.
Good, Michelle. Keep going.
This is where we study up on the personalities of K-pop idols using the approach of reading into the MBTI.
So, can you tell us about today's case?
Okay, so the case on our hands today will be using ENTP from Myers-Briggs type because we were inspired by 김세정. 아, 요즘 산에모사 너무 좋아.
그러니까요. Okay, we'll let you continue, real Michelle. Keep going.
That was so much fun. I would listen to that
너무 힘들어.
longer. That was hard? Why?
Because I don't know how to sound like you. Because you sound like sweet, but I sound like very 변태스러워.
No, you sounded just like her.
아,
Yeah, you
진짜?
did an amazing job.
Okay, thank you.
you.
I feel flattered because,
Yeah.
you know, imitation is the best form of flattery.
Oh,
So it means you
wow.
guys adore me, right?
Oh, let's move on.
Wow, so nice.
팀 가족 here.
Okay, so yes, you guys mentioned that today's case is Kim Se-jung. We were
맞아요.
very much
Yay.
inspired by Sanders' growing love for this singer-songwriter, actress, and well, she's just an all-around entertainer.
맞아요.
And so, yes, as Sander mentioned, she is starring in the series 한해 맞선, which I think is business proposal in English.
Right,
so,
it is.
yeah, she's doing really well. All of her scenes are going viral, especially the one where she like waves, you know.
Oh, baby, my baby. The 명품 가방 and go.
I haven't watched it, but have you seen any clips of it, Sam? Do you know what we're talking about?
Not yet,
Do you know who
I know
Kim
the name of
Se-jung
the
is?
drama, though. Yeah, I do know.
Okay,
who
awesome.
she
So
is.
we're going to dig deeper into getting to know Kim Se-jung because she has so many different sides to her, and she's been around for quite some time now. And we're going to try to study her with the approach of getting to know her MBTI. And this was
Nice.
hard because she has so many types. She was
진짜?
initially ENTP, and then she got tested for INTP, and then ENTP, and then recently this year in February, she tested as ISFP.
와, 완전 달라졌네,
But then
중간.
every time she did this, she would upload screenshots to her social media. She'd be like, 여러분, 저 이번엔 뭐 나왔어요? 이거 나왔어요. But this time she was like, 이거 이상한 듯. 아무튼 이상한 듯. 난 ENTP임. So she's a self-proclaimed ENTP. So that's just what we're going to take. Okay.
Okay.
So ENTP, they're called the debater /
진짜?
논쟁 강자 변론가. So they, some of their like title
Traits?
characteristics. Thank you. 자기애가 정말 짱이고요. They really like themselves.
Really?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
화려한 언변, which means they're really good at speaking. They're very effective communicators. They are known for their 잔소리,
아,
but that's
진짜?
kind of also how they express their care for you.
Interesting.
And then they're curious. Yeah, so some other ENTP idols, we have Brave Girls Minyoung, Astro Sanha, B2B Seongjae, and NCT's Johnny.
Nice.
And today, the focus will be, we are trying to celebrate Kim Se-jung, right?
Right.
Trying to get to the bottom of getting to know her. So we're going to go all the way back to her debut story.
Oh my God, is this
She
going to
has
relate
a
to our 3-minute debate?
really
Oh, man.
interesting debut story, or how she approached it.
Okay.
But for today's debate, I want to talk about a comment that changed her life when she was trying to debate, or she was trying to decide whether to go to her company Jellyfish. You guys
Oh,
know that?
really?
She
I did not
debuted with
know.
Jellyfish.
Vicks, right? It's
Yes.
on Jellyfish.
So she debuted with 구구단 in Jellyfish. 근데 when she was auditioning, she was like, I don't know if I should just go to Jellyfish or try to keep going for bigger companies. And then her mom said, 용의 꼬리가 되느니 뱀의 머리가 되는 게 낫다. And in English, that is,
Better be the head of a dog rather than the tail of a lion, basically.
Have you guys heard of this idiom before?
Oh, 근데 actually this during adulthood, this really got into my head actually, 진짜. Like maybe this is a true thing. Maybe. Which one would you guys prefer? Do you want to be a head of a dog or a tail
I would
of
rather be a
lion?
tail of a lion, actually.
진짜.
Because that way you get to understand the system of a lion. You have better chance to becoming the head of a lion eventually.
Oh,
That's my point of view. Yeah.
oh, but if you become head of a dog, you could bite that lion. Wow.
But you
Da-da-da.
can't beat the lion, so.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
But you could bite it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't beat it. Oh, that's the okay. Go on.
Oh, so yes, we will be talking about what we think further, and that will be the topic of today's debate.
Uh-huh.
And we will explain how that relates to Kim Se-jung's life.
Very nice. We're gonna listen to a song and be right back. This is Linda G, aka Iori. This is Linda featuring Yumire. All right, once again, today our debate for 3 minutes, it's gonna be about would you 용의 꼬리가 되느니 뱀의 머리가 되는 게 낫다.
Better be
do
the
you
head of a
agree?
dog than the tail of a lion.
Wow, so are you guys ready?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go!
Time starts.
Let's go.
Okay, I already expressed my opinion on this saying that I'd rather be a tail of a lion than being the head of a dog. Since
Why?
I get a better chance of being successful as being a tail of a lion.
But what if you
머리가
become a
될 수가
tail of the
있으니까.
lion forever only?
Oh, if that's the case.
Right?
그러게. 어렵네. What about you?
Okay.
Tossing it to you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for me, I thought maybe why not be a head of a dog? Let's put it in the extreme case. Would you rather be the lion tail in Hollywood or be the first one? I don't want to say Korea is a dog, or let's say which country? Hong Kong, Macau, Hong Kong, smaller country, a dog head, okay? Let's say. What if I become a big star there? At least still, if you become the head of a dog, look at Jackie Chan, you never know. You might still have a chance to become a Hollywood star in the future, right?
Okay.
What? Does it make sense?
That's
What about
good.
you, Michelle?
I'm actually getting really convinced by Sander.
Oh my
right now.
god, 안 돼.
Because usually, I think I'm far from ENTP. They have like their, they have their opinion that they fight to their death with. But me, I'm like, I think this, but I'm open to this. So I thought, I think I'm okay with being 용의 꼬리, like the tail of a lion. But then after listening to Sander, I'm like, oh, I think I'm leaning towards that now. I'm
그럴 수도
convinced.
있어. 근데 I'd still rather be a tail of a lion because
Why convince
I'm
us?
really a huge fan of this saying, quote unquote, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So depending on what kind of friends you hang around with, that decides your future. So I'd rather hang out with a lion than a dog. No? Oh, are you guys convinced? No?
Lion. This is also quite good. But what if all these lion people are not as nice as the dog people?
Oh,
Right?
that's also true.
Because when they become so successful, so good, they might not be as generous as the dog people. Even though dog people might be like,
But that's how life is, though. If you're not worthy of being something, then no one will care about you. But if you feel like you're something, then a lot of people may 관심을 가져주겠지.
you know when I actually thought about this? I actually thought about it when I was like, okay, should I be the most handsome person in the non-handsome country or a not so handsome person in a very beautiful, let's say, appearance-aware country in Korea, for example?
Okay.
So that's why, isn't it better to be the 짱 in the
Yeah.
other country?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why you have to be the head of the dog.
You know what I'm also thinking? Like when I was thinking, oh, but then what if I'm the tail of a dragon, but then there's something special about the tail, like I can spout fire from the tail or something. But then I'm like, oh, but then if you're the head of a dog, and let's say you're the dog that comes out in Harry Potter, where there's like 3 dog heads, and you can also like spit fire, then that would be cool. So I'm like,
That actually makes sense. It's also convincing because you want to be the tail of the 상위 사회 or just be the head of like a middle class, right? You don't get to it. Wow.
어렵다.
Right? Because if you're actually the tail of the first class, you're still
그쵸.
first class. But if you're the head of the middle class, you're still middle class.
Right. But
So,
at least you
yeah.
get to be the boss of middle class.
Right. 어렵다.
This is hard. But I did want to clarify how this pertains to Sejong's case. It's because Jellyfish would be her company that she ended up going to would be the snake / the dog.
Right.
And the bigger company she was aiming for would be the dragon / lion. Yeah.
She'd rather be the dragon.
Yeah, so her mom was saying it's better to be in a leadership position despite maybe Jellyfish not being the best place to
Right.
be rather than going to a bigger company and trying to like hang in there and being the last one there.
In showbiz, huh?
Yeah.
They
But
don't pay
then
attention
her
to
fans are kind of like, oh, that's what your mom said. But 지금 와서 봐서는 세정이는 용의 머리가 될 수도 있었던 사람인 것 같은데 they were saying they think her mom underestimated how much her daughter was of it like capable of.
Right.
But yeah.
어렵다
This is
이거.
hard,
근데
guys.
어쩔 수가 없는 것 같아요. 엔터테인먼트 비즈니스계에서는 사실
Right?
그렇잖아요. 이게 회사가 너무 커도 관심을 안 가져줘. 그리고 없는
Exactly,
사람 취급을
right?
해. 없는 사람 취급을 해가지고
You go to a big
맞아.
company
That's
doesn't
what
mean you're going to be
happens.
famous. They would neglect you.
맞아.
actually.
보통은 없는 사람 취급하고 그리고 작은 데를 가면 오히려 더 주목을 받고 더 열심히 해요.
Right?
그렇기 때문에 I think she made a wise decision on that
This
one.
is
Yeah.
so difficult to think about. Everybody, we're going to give you time to also think about it. Let us know, because what we're trying to do is apply it on showbiz, perhaps, but maybe you could apply it to your own social life, your working environment. Give us some opinion, convince us, all right? We're going to be back in part 2 to discuss more after a song.
This is 달탐사 소년단 with 나는 그래 최선을 다했다.
잘했어.
You are listening to Kride on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas. I am your driver, Alexander.
I'm your driver, sir. Michelle's like already apologizing because she did not end my line here. You don't want me back, Michelle?
Yes, you can listen to live with TBS EFM application or catch our visual radio over on YouTube under the same name.
I like how Michelle is in the studio with us right now.
이러고
And 바로 미야.
빌고 있어.
You don't want me to come back, Michelle. You don't want. You're not welcoming me back.
Okay, anyway, what's the question of the day, Zen?
Today's question of the day is: tell us about the time you prepared for a big life event.
원하는 걸 이루기 위해서 이렇게까지 해봤다.
Michelle, have you tried anything like that?
Oh man, I have so many examples because 전
Really?
열심히 사는 사람이니까요.
Wow.
Oh man.
Craziest
Man.
one of the.
Craziest? Okay, the most recent one I can remember is when I was running for vice president at my current college. That was when I was working for TBS, I think, and doing 20 credits of school and then preparing for the election while doing some other stuff too. So then that for 1 week I pulled 5 all-nighters. And then that was like wow, because I had so much to do. And then, I won the election, so I guess it worked out for the best.
근데 I always wanted to ask questions to the people who was running vice president or president of a 학회장 or stuff
Sure.
like that. 근데 what's the benefit? What do you get out of it?
What's the benefit?
Yeah.
Resume.
I
Resume,
think
is it?
when you just have leadership qualities in you, like you're innately born with leadership qualities, 그걸 하고 있는 사람들 보면 I can do it. I will be good at it. So it just makes sense for me to do it.
Okay.
And so
It all happened natural, I guess.
Yeah, for me also I saw a need because there's a lot of international students at my school and I didn't think that they were being taken care of properly. So I really wanted to build a bridge and I tried to do that by being the vice president.
Right. So apparently our question, a lot of people confused because in English and in Korean, it's a little bit different. But we're asking everybody, is there anything you tried so hard for a big life event? It could be like, a big life event. How far have you done just to go to for the big
Yeah,
event?
just to make something
So
happen.
Michelle, you actually 당선됐지?
Yes.
Oh, did you do this like
선거 운동도 막 하고.
We did it all online because it was during COVID. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we did a lot. Yeah.
힘들지, 솔직히.
힘들었습니다. But
Oh man.
I'm glad I did it. Yeah.
학생회 진짜 I really 감탄해 all these people who are trying to do that because I really don't know what you get from it.
You ever tried to run for
진짜-
vice president before?
Sorry?
You ever tried?
No,
No?
I saw my friends doing it. Basically, they are slaves for all students. And they're just happy to do it because it's like good for the title also, your resume. But
But at least you
진짜
guys get
할 게
paid,
많아.
right?
We do get a scholarship, yes.
yeah.
But it's kind of, I think it was
힘들어.
similar to what moms go through. Like, 잘하고 있으면 아무도 모르고 뭘 못하면 they're like, why aren't you doing this correctly?
맞아,
Isn't this the whole society?
맞아.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
So reluctant to just
슬프다.
condemn people.
아무튼 미셸 잘하고 있어요.
고생하셨어요. We have another answer here from Jenizarado. Michelle, want to read for us?
Yes. For a life event, my civil service exam and license for my therapist exam in the
Wow.
Philippines, I studied hard almost every day and passed because this is the key to my actual work today. Because I am taking care of people's lives.
와, 이런 자격증 이런 거 되게 어려워요.
그러니까요.
Even Korea, 어디서 이런 시험, 자격증 시험 되게 어려워요. So yeah.
좋습니다. 이런 식으로 여러분 문자 참여 샵1013 짧은 문자는 50원, 긴 문자나 사진은 100원으로 많이 보내주세요.
That's right. Sending your answers at 샵1013 for 51 charge, 101 for longer messages, or for free on our YouTube stream chat page or TBS EFM app. And we're back with KBTI Center with Michelle.
Hello, welcome to the KBTI
Right.
Center.
So earlier we were actually debating about whether you want to be the head of a lion or the 꼬리 of the tail
Head
of
of
the
a dog. Or tail of a
Tail of a
lion.
lion.
We make it
yeah.
opposite. The head of a dog or the tail of the lion. 와, 용의 꼬리 아니면 뭐가?
뱀의 머리요.
뱀의 머리. I like how in Korean it's different. We use snake and dragon instead,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, are you still guys convinced about the answer about it? What's your final thought? What do you want to be?
Final verdict.
Uh-huh.
I'd still be the tail of a lion. Still.
Tail of the lion?
Yes.
I must say in showbiz, yeah, 그냥 tail of the lion 해야 되겠다.
맞아. You have to hang out with all those successful people in order for you to survive in this business. That is very sad but true.
I think Michelle's 귀엽지. Whatever you hear, like convince. 그래 좋아. 좋은 거야.
어때 다시 돌아왔어요,
아니,
미셸?
저는 흡수를 잘합니다. And then I discern which one I should apply to my life. But today
AKA 팔랑귀?
I have a lot of trust in Sander.
Okay.
So, wait, that kind of sounds like I don't have trust
Yes.
in Sam. No, moving
And I was a little
on.
offended by that.
그냥 everybody 케바케 사바사. I think it
맞아.
depends on the situation and the surrounding you have. There's no true answer for it.
Yeah.
But some
맞아요.
people actually prefer the answer like Sam trying to be the lions, people, because lion friends are like okay also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the
So-
Kim Sejong's thing?
Yeah, I guess we came to the conclusion that you're going to end up doing what you believe is best for you. And Sejong did the same by choosing the latter, where she decided to become the head of a dog or 뱀의 머리. So she decided to go to Jellyfish, and she was a really successful member of her group 구구단,
Right.
which is now disbanded. But then she's still
Right.
active as an actress and soloist. So I was hoping that by getting into the mindset of where she probably was in that pivotal stage in her life, it'll help us understand better how she was trying to like prepare for the auditions and trying to just make it in the industry, because back then, she was nobody,
Right.
she was trying to become a trainee. So
I forgot. 김세정은 원어원 할 때 되게 잘하셨죠.
그러니까요.
She did very well.
yeah, she did really well because she was just really good. And so her talent was noticed right away. She was evaluated as the type A. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show, but she was in A, and then the evaluation video went viral too because her singing and dancing was so stable.
And now her acting is
그냥
even good.
계속 너무 잘했어요. 그냥 every
짜증나.
stage
왜
she
이렇게
was so
잘해,
good at
더?
it. Yeah.
Even when she did the 경이로운 소문, the uncanny counter, her action skill is
Yeah.
so good also.
She
Everybody
she
잘해요.
did it all herself. Yeah.
Yeah, stunt and 이런 거 she did everything by herself. 너무 많은 연예인이에요. for her.
근데 어렸을 때부터 그 연극단도 학교에서 했었고 she got an award when she was a student too. So it kind of makes sense. She's been in
멋있다.
musicals, she's just a very well-rounded person. I did prepare a clip because I wanted you guys to hear how she prepared for her auditions, because it's kind of crazy and it's pretty famous in the K-pop
Really?
scene.
All right, now I'm
Let's
curious.
go
Let's
listen
listen to it. Let's go.
제가 초등학교 때부터 뭔가 가수에 대한 꿈에 대한 의지가 굉장히 있어가지고 제가 들어가고 싶은 기준선까지의 회사를 한 20개 넘는 회사를 쫙 적어놓고 4가지 버전을 준비를 하자. 팝송, 가요, 빠른 노래, 느린 노래 준비를 해서 30곡씩을 적어서 이걸 연습을 하자라고 적어놓고
이것만 해도 오래 걸렸겠다.
진짜 오래 걸렸어요. 이거만 일주일 동안 새벽 새면서 계속 준비했어요.
Wow, so among 20 companies, she aimed for 4.
So she listed up 20 companies that she wanted to go to, and then she
Divided the
wrote
styles
4
of the
genres.
label, right?
4 genres per company, and then she wrote tracks. So she wanted to do like pop, K-pop, fast song, slow song. So she prepared 4 types of songs for each company and then listed the types of like different songs per genre. And then she prepared for that.
Wait, so I don't quite understand the idea. As a former trainee of a K-pop industry yourself, Michelle, what do you think about, like, is it really hard to prepare that much?
If that's all you're doing, I don't think so. But then 정말 the proportion of trainees that will go this far and take it this seriously, I think is small.
Okay.
So people definitely 그런 건 많이 신경 썼어요. 가서 자기 인사. Well, like 저는 뭐뭐 하는 뭐 예리입니다. 이런 걸 준비해가는 친구들은 있어도 이렇게 체계적으로 준비하는 친구들은 많이 없었고 the fact that she did this on her own and then she really practiced the singing because I think the kids, they think if I have the ki or like the charm, I should be okay, which is true to a certain extent, but then they don't always back that up with talent and practice. And that's what Sejong did. So,
And I must say, everybody could relate to her because it's not only in showbiz. 연예계만 아니죠. 사실 진짜 취직하는 사람도 똑같죠. You want to go to a big company, you list everything, you prepare all your resume and everything. 아, 진짜 세정님한테 진짜 잘 배워야 되겠다 이런 거. Respect.
Anyway, we're going to be right back after a short song break. This is 세정 with 꽃길.
꽃길인데 왜 이렇게 슬프지?
그러게.
It's supposed to be like a nice way, right? Anyway, that was Sejong. I like that. So today we were talking all about this specific ENTP type. So of course we have to move on to pop culture like we do every time, right? Oh, by the way, before we move on, 멋지 않아 판다's message, Michelle, want to read for us?
yes, I'm never a bold risk taker, and I would never be a dog's head. I am totally on board with Sam's team saying my friends mostly are lions. They're great people, and I love observing them as they are great people.
True, very true.
Interesting. And also 7350님 also say
귀차니스트.
Too
Too lazy to do anything.
And also 용꼬리가 속편해요. It's more easier, right?
가시는 느낌.
Oh, that's so true.
2502님도 head of a dog, tail of lion deals with poop.
Oh my. Oh my.
That's so true also. If you're 용꼬리는 용응가, you know, your 웅아, how to say it, pupu, you have to clear that.
근데 이게 장난 같지만 this is actually really true because a lot of the engineers, sound engineers that I look up to from the States, they all started by cleaning the floor.
아, 원래 연예계도
진짜.
그래요. If you
그런가?
work in the 방송국은 you start with being an AD. What you do is 그냥 커피 사기,
그치.
print the
맞아.
stuff. 진짜 밑바닥부터 시작하죠.
그러니까요.
Even the hotel industry, a lot of the service industries start really 밑바닥,
그치,
right?
맞아.
And then you become the head. Yeah.
I'm getting so many insights. Thank you, guys.
Anyway, so what about in pop culture? Is there any ENTP we can relate
Yes,
to
I wanted
ourselves?
to provide some more information on the ENTP in a way that's relatable to all of our listeners. So maybe you guys will notice more ENTPs in your circle of friends. Today, I have brought in some villains, although they're a little different, the two of them I've brought in, that you can't help but love. So it's kind of like how Sansamdi are my everyday villains, but I still love you guys. I know you guys aren't ENTPs, but something like that. You guys know. Excuse me. So the first one I have brought in is a very glorious character. I think people love him despite the heinous acts that he commits. It's the Joker. And
Wait,
we're
is the
talking
Joker
about,
from the older animation
I
or
was just
from
going to
the recent
mention
one?
the older.
Okay.
Not the
Recent one, yeah.
fucking did that dude.
The king clown of crime.
Yes. So he is the ultimate ENTP villain because he is number one, intelligent, and he's also very, very confident. And to remind you guys, you know, 자기애 엄청 좋으신 분들이라서 they're also very impulsive, insensitive, and he breaks all the rules in the book. And if you guys remember, he has a chaotic energy, and his whole ethos is really about testing people and playing devil's advocate. So they're like really big on just challenging the status quo. That's the thing about the ENTPs. And the Joker is all about that. There's nothing normal about this guy, you know? So yeah, that's the Joker. Do you guys kind of see how it overlaps with the ENTP character?
Yeah, I like Joker because I used to like Batman, and now as I grow older, I understand Joker more. I really understand him much more. Yeah.
So maybe you should make an ENTP friend and you'll understand the dark side.
Okay, what about the next
also,
villain, please?
I have brought in someone, a villain, but 실제 주변에 있을 법한 villain, like someone that you might actually have close to you. It's Jim from the show The Office.
Oh, the comedian thing, right? 너무 재밌어.
It is a fun, it's a fun US show.
The Office 너무 좋아.
So his name is Jim Halpert, and he's just an everyday office worker. The whole show is about like glorifying and appreciating the everyday life, the mundane daily lives of the everyday person. For him in particular, he loves to play pranks on his coworkers. He puts a lot of effort into it, similar to how the entire team tried really hard today to prank Xander in the beginning
my
of a show.
goodness.
He's laid back and relaxed when dealing with his erratic boss, Michael. But then he also uses sarcasm to get through his boredom in the office job. So they get bored really easily. That's why they entertain themselves by making debates and picking fights with people. And they love just like hearing different thoughts and debating, but they don't really care.
Who's ENFP around us so far? Nobody really.
ENFP? I used to be an ENFP.
Oh, okay.
When you met me, like for all things K, I was an ENFP.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so they tend to be those rascals in your life that you have a love-hate relationship. 약간 주변에 얄밉지만 싫어할 수 없는 캐릭터들이 있다면은 ENTP일 수 있는 가능성이 있습니다.
Interesting. Anyway, today I learned so much, especially I got so inspired by Sejong.
Yeah.
So I hope that everybody just fighting 하세요. Whether you're the head of a dog or the tail of a lion or whatever body part of an animal, just do your best.
Yes.
And definitely, yeah, you're going to be happy.
Yes,
너
strive for your
나아질 거예요.
goals.
All right, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Right, having you. I'm going to say
us.
goodbye to you with a song and be right back. This is Epic High featuring Park Bom with
Bye.